collides with this crystal, I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, and I'm gonna make one for Gravy as well.
All the way
Wait,
back
she's
in the
all the way
carriage?
back in the carriage? I was about to say, I didn't think I was that close to all this happening. Like, I was keeping my distance. Motherfucker.
What about the horses?
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty good. That's
we
pretty
have to
good.
make a con save?
Oh, that's not good.
Okay.
My con rolls are terrible.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, they're like real con rolls.
Yeah.
The horses passed.
I really hope this
Nice.
is a low DC.
Whew.
12?
Oh, go ahead, Trev.
6.
I got a 16.
16, 12.
Do I pass?
No, you don't pass.
No,
Anything-
I could have told you.
Anything under a 16 fails.
So the guy that smashed the crystals is fine, and everyone around him is just destroyed.
That's not the end of it, though.
I wish I had said stop. I knew this was gonna go badly.
As your hammer collides, you see an explosion of kind of magenta light that explodes out of the crystal and fills a radius of 50 feet with total abject silence.
Dude, this was some kind of infection or something. We're all gonna start growing crystals. I feel like something bad's about to happen.
The air is red.
This is why I didn't want to fucking take these things. I was literally like, if we put this on our armor, is it gonna start just like growing on us? Fucking A.
On the inside of this kind of dome of silence, you can see the outside world, but it's a little different.
Oh god.
You look up into the sky and there are rolling, angry clouds
Where the fuck did you just send us? Where the fuck did we just go?
with strikes of red lightning that, when they collide with the ground, create gargantuan spires of purple crystal.
I immediately try to leave this area as soon as like
I don't.
I feel like it's like some kind of infectious cloud, and as soon as I see that, because I was already thinking it was an infection, and I try to leave.
It might not have been specified. Oh, yeah.
Is this familiar at all?
At all to be. Is this like, does this remind him of the Hells at all, or no? It's different. Just saying, the rolling red clouds and everything else immediately gave me Hell vibe.
Make a history check.
Motherfucker.
Also, I'm assuming everyone's affected by it besides Fezzik, but so does Fezzik still see this? But he is not. He still hears.
Strangely, you hear everything but your companions.
Okay.
16.
16. You, for a brief moment, remember, it's one of those fuzzy childhood memories that you're not super sure whether or not you kind of made it up.
Yeah.
Your father told you, or would talk amongst his cohorts, about storms on the material plane that rival even his power. That's really all you've heard about him. You know, made sure to kind of steer clear when snooping any information. Being in the Hells, it would be intensely dangerous to steal any information.
A little bit, yeah.
That being said, Kintar, as you start to move, the grass that your feet touches wilts as your foot hits the ground. You haul ass as fast as you can through the fog of war as it is, and you'll kind of burst through the edge of this, and it feels like you're breaking through some sort of shell, popping a really crunchy bubble as you just smash through it. You look up and around, and the sky is normal, and the land is normal, and there's no red lightning or storm or any of that. But you look back, and there is a red pearl the size of a bus, kind of halfway submerged into the ground, and you can see the vague shapes of your friends within it.
I just wanted to clarify the vision. You said there was purple lightning that was coming down from basically the top of the pearl.
When the lightning would strike, it would hit, and then crystal would go up.
Crystal would go up.
So
Or is it like just one giant crystal?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially like the bolt of lightning comes down, and the bolt of lightning itself is replaced with it's like horrible spider webby.
And we can see like, I assume not just like one tower, but like multiple.
Oh, hundreds of towers all over the place.
That's what
all the trees are burned black and replaced with these onyx spires that kind of like.
And this is a mirror, right, of our world, right? Like this is not necessarily like the Feywild, but it almost
from what
like,
you
from
understand.
What it looks like if we had just stepped into like the ethereal plane or something like that, where it's a mirror of our world, but
right.
This is not like at all what we're used to, what we thought, anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said you did an Arcana check, right, Kintar?
No, I did earlier. And
okay. Sorry. I'm just making sure that I get everybody's stuff taken care of.
No, you're good. I rolled shit on it. Cool. I only rolled a 9.
I
mean, one thing I was trying to get Kintar's attention to, because I was throwing rocks at him. I was gonna be like, "Go fucking study that shit, since you're the one good with magic."
I mean, I feel like when I look back, I think from what you described, I would have realized that it's not just some like pathogen like cloud or something. And I feel like I would try to like investigate it from the outside.
Does this feel like a pocket dimension kind of? Like we opened up one to a degree?
I don't know.
I'm kind of like look over at Fezzik while we're standing in this. So like, what is like below our feet? Is it just like dirt or sand?
Yeah, it's the ground that was there before. Everything just has this red filter over it, and the grass that you're standing on is like kind of wilting in a radius that grows out from your body.
And when I look around, you said we can see hundreds of towers, so it doesn't look like we see like the outside world like we normally can. Instead, we see like this world, right?
Yeah, it's
Do we see anything?
It looks like Denaspine, but it's just.
Can I make any sort of filters? Do we see anything of note? Other than just the crystalline towers, do we see a structure off in the distance? Do we see a?
There is a marked amount of reddish orange light coming from the southeast.
Okay.
I want to call out to B and Fezzik.
More just the east than the southeast, but.
Okay.
You said you were calling out to Fezzik?
Both B and Fezzik.
Okay. Fezzik, you do hear him because he's outside the radius and you are unaffected. What
I can only see their like shadowy figures. Like, well, I was just calling out their names. I'd like to see if they if they can hear.
I think when I hear that, I would just kind of look around to see if I can spot either him within or any sort of like where that came from.
Okay. It's kind of the same on the other side. You see this kind of black silhouette standing on what looks like the outside edge of the kind of containment field.
I think after I kind of locate him, I want to look back at the body and see if anything had happened after that slam.
Your strike was strong enough to crack the bones away from the crystal, and the crystal itself is kind of laying in a hunk away from the body now. All of the matter that was kind of weaved through the crystal and whatever was broken to the point of being able to get it out. You kind of just powderized this poor frog corpse. And the crystal has maintained its shape, almost like you what is it, lost wax molded.
Gotcha.
Or lost wax forging.
Gotcha. I think at that point I would want to just kind of reach down and grab the crystal and just kind of look at it for a moment in my hand. If nothing significant happens, I'll put it away, and I want to see if I can locate B as well through the area.
Okay. B is easy enough to find. He's
I'm just like staring up at the sky.
Yeah, he's just back towards the carriage, like, whoa. You can't hear any noise coming from him. The horses look confused, uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think I want to start kind of moving towards B, and if he's just kind of caught off to where he's not even like noticing that I'm running by, I just want to kind of quick scoop him up and then take off towards the edge of the portal and just kind of try to get through it if I can.
Okay. You grab him and haul like ass through the edge. It does look like, even with the crystal in hand, you are able to escape the confines of this. When the crystal makes contact with the wall, I am going to have you roll a strength check.
Okay. Come on, don't fail me now. Don't fail me now. Did you fail me? You might have failed me. 14.
14. It catches you off guard with the amount of force you are kind of jerked back with, because the crystal stops for a moment as it hits the wall in your hands. But after kind of a second tug, it breaks through, and you see the clouds kind of dissipate, like fog that got, it's just evaporated off. The ground that the area has touched, all of the grass and all of the sand and stone, everything within that radius that isn't like an organism, that would be like wood or whatever. Grass is kind of a simple organism, so it got affected. Everything is grayscale. Like black and white.
Oh.
Like what?
It's
everything is black
color.
and white.
Yeah. Oh, we stumbled into noir episode.
All right,
and
boys,
then my inner monologue starts going up.
Yeah, right.
All right, boys, I got a couple of Mickeys here, and we're gonna go down to the station and see if we can figure out who killed this broad. Sorry.
Perfect dicks.
So wait, so like the whole field like just dissipated?
Yeah, as he pulled the crystal through, the kind of bubble popped and dissipated.
So none of the crystals that were there are there anymore, like the huge ones that came from
right.
Yeah.
I just want to, I'm assuming, I probably like took a little stumble as I kind of like forced my way through the inn. I just want to look at the crystal again and see if there's any type of reaction.
The crystal.
Hit it with your hammer again. See what fucking happens.
The crystal.
Yeah.
Crush it on your head like a soda can.
Fucking seriously, Steve Austin, that shit.
Yeah. It looks dead and milky. Like
does it still have that purple color?
It is still purple, but it looks like the ones that Gravy got from the shop,
Gotcha.
the crystal shop from that gentleman. It looks inactive.
I wonder.
Gotcha.
This is part of some like hive mind or something.
I don't know what it possibly could be, but we'll see if Gravy has anything for us once she wakes up. She may be able to explain what this is going on.
Was I able to figure out anything from like investigating like the outside of that barrier before it disappeared or faded?
Make an Arcana check for me.
start kicking the carriage. Gravy, wake up!
Just throw the crystal at her.
Where the fuck are you exactly?
14.
14. You were able to gather that it is a pretty sturdy structure, albeit a magical one. You have never seen anything like this. There was no music to this at all. Any sound that it did make from the outside sounded like the whole area around it had been pitched and warped in uncomfortable and grueling ways. And it was faint, like a really warped record. From the inside, when you were hearing things like the rush of the water that was inside the perimeter and all of those things, had this warble to it that just sounded off. Other than that, you're not super sure what this could have been.
But would you say it felt like otherworldly?
It was, yeah. Yeah, I would say otherworldly is an apt description.
Ancient aliens? Sorry.
Is everybody okay? Should we check on Gravy?
Yeah, we should probably go check on her. Make sure she's okay, but I don't know what that is. Have you guys seen anything like that before?
God, the horses are eating Gravy. They just tore her open and started eating. No, I'm kidding.
You look back and the horses have fangs.
The horses' mouths are just covered in blood, and there's.
They just lost their humanity immediately.
I knew it. They never had any humanity. They're horses.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a better word to use there.
Horsemanity. How could they?
Horsemanity.
But yeah, have you guys ever seen anything like that before?
The closest thing I've ever heard to it was when I was in the Hells. I used to hear my father talk about it, about some storms that would happen on the material plane that he said were dangerous, is the best way I could really describe it, because the words he said were they rivaled even his power. So, dangerous is the word I would use.
Well, and I kind of hold the crystal out. Maybe we got some of his power. But I know.
I don't know. Let me just preface that. Yeah. It's not his power. It was power he was talking about, Fezzik.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe it's not his power, but it could be powerful if done in the right hands. But it looks a lot. It looks a lot like the crystals Gravy got from the guy in town. So maybe there's something she can do with it. But
I'm honestly just disappointed she didn't get to experience that.
Yeah, at least she's okay. And then run over and check on her.
Horses are just.
She's still in the back, snoring away.
But I kind of look over at you two and say, well, I've never seen anything like that, but if it's this close to home, maybe someone in town's seen this before. So we can ask around when we get in there, but be forewarned again. Be cautious with your words of the giant kin. They can be a little uptight, if you know what I mean.
So growing up here, you never heard any stories of phenomenon like this occurring?
Oh, nothing like this. It's only, mostly been of triumphs and, conquerings of different things people have done, different beasts or such that have taken the land or just, fighting and, learning of the world around us, not really being a part of the world itself, but contributing to the world. But,
Fezzik, you would know that the giants very rarely speak about the past, if ever. It's kind of a rule of thumb that the past is sacred.
Always look to the future.
Exactly. The past has happened and it cannot be changed. So the future is what you look forward to. Your father, on the other hand, loved telling stories of his past.
Yeah, old Pops had some good tales.
Your dad was like, fuck that shit. Let me tell you some cool stories.
But yeah, maybe we could talk to him and see if he knows anything of this. He was a little bit of an adventurer in his younger days. Maybe, now he can remember the stories.
The only one that will talk to us.
Yeah, my mom
will. We try to ask any of the other people. They might not.
We may just have to be careful with our words.
No, I would say...
That's fair. Honestly, your mom might not even want to talk about it. You don't know. Like, this could be something very, forbidden, or not even necessarily forbidden, but, sacred, as they say. Since the past is sacred to them, you know? They might not even want to talk about it at all with us.
I would say keep that crystal hidden until we find out what their opinion on that is.
Yeah,
until they think it's sacred, and then feel like you've defiled the crystal gods or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what is happening
crystal
here?
God.
And maybe we did, but at the same time, if this is something that's going to affect our future, they've got to at least have some sense of reason.
For sure. I don't want a repeat of when we went to that other village and started talking to the local people about the flower lady, and they about got onto us because, destroyed the flower.
Well, the good thing is
they about got onto somebody else because they talked about fucking with the flowers.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, I know these people in the town. Most of them should be well-rounded. We just maybe not express our full journey besides maybe to my parents.
We should be okay.
Yeah. Well, you'll be doing the talking. So.
Fezzik will absolutely be doing the talking.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right. That's what we have you for, buddy.
Well, let's get on in here and let's get to town. Love to see the folks.
Alrighty.
Just gotta hop in there, put the crystal away, and then readjust the blanket on Gravy to make sure she's covered.
Yep, she is just sleeping away, and
what do horses think about all that?
The horses don't seem to be making much noise at all.
Like they're scared?
They don't seem to really be personalitying at all, either. It seems as though whatever consciousness they have from time to time is dormant.
Maybe their consciousness is sleeping.
They seem far less.
Maybe you're right about a hive mind there, Kintor.
I want to just shout out what I've gathered are their favorite curse words.
Right. As you kind of blurt out this string of profanities, they still don't really stir or do anything. They just seem kind of focused on the road forward.
Alrighty. I pull out my mandola, start playing On the Road Again.
Give that a little bongo. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Sick of this crystal shit, on the road again.
Can't wait to see my family and my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Nice. I will say, with that bardic kind of, you guys kind of playing music on the side of the road. You being a barbarian, I will say you were able to give B a bardic inspiration for the next combat attack.
I like it.
He does. You look rather distressed, Mr. Kintar.
Kintar, you okay?
What are
He's looking at the horses like, what the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
The horses.
Yeah, no, sorry. I was just checking our group chat. I kind of missed the last 10 seconds.
You're a piece of shit. Yeah.
It was just me singing and playing music.
Yeah, we're good. Nah, we're just heading on to the town. I'm assuming riding back in the carriage, headed towards Denaspine Landing.
I don't know that comment's gonna make it, lads.
Nah, it feels.
Well, that's what I was kind of wondering about, because I saw that she hadn't said anything yet, and then I wanted to say what I sent, because it's if she was gonna join at 9:40 or something, I figured she probably wouldn't if she knew that I gotta leave at 10. So
yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. We can keep on trucking and.
I mean, not that much time has passed. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gravy will just be real energetic.
Yeah.
We'll have something to talk to her about once she, wakes up with a new crystal. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys continue on.
Wait, you realize that I sent that last message, didn't you, in the group?
this guy.
What do you mean?
Like you said, heard, but that was in response to something I said.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Is that why you said? Don't they still
Yeah.
make?
Yeah.
We're Gucci.
Sorry,
Yeah.
misunderstanding on my
This will be
part.
the type of thing I'll cut out. So,
Yeah,
we'll
perfect. Nintendo.
As you continue on down the road, your adventure becomes significantly more rocky and mountainous. The landscape is blotted out nearly entirely by the canyonous walls of these mountains. The road kind of dips and swerves around rocky bends, and your carriage kind of takes a few hefty hits. It goes over a large stone and kind of rocks the whole cart, and kind of you guys along with it, making Gravy, who's laying on the floor, kind of bounce off the floor for a moment, still totally asleep. Excuse me.
Like a basketball.
Yeah, right. You would know that these kind of lower canyons of the mountain range are fraught with kind of the low monster types. Your large spiders, your squirrel demons actually come out of these parts. You have a fairly wide assortment of
Different
things that
animals
can.
and creatures.
Yeah, exactly. And different things for night and day. For the daytime, you and the giant would have come across larger birds that could be a nuisance. There is a small species of hummingbird-like creature. I think I've described them before, maybe out of game, but they're called thessals. They would be part hummingbird, part cicada.
Gross. They're annoying as fuck, I can already tell.
They are pretty well known, highly famous in just the continent in general and other places around the world, for being known to set forest fires.
Known
And they're
arsonists.
fucking little terrorists. Lovely. They're annoying as shit, and they fucking burn down forests.
Well, you gotta smack him with a quick can.
The static electricity that they build from their wings and the chitinous material on their bodies generates quick enough that it essentially allows them to be a sentient lightning bolt. And they usually come in like packs of 10.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah,
They make
fucking be in a forest as they all fly by.
they the ones around here make their homes in little some birds will build nests out of their saliva. They will take clay from the surrounding cliffs and build with their saliva this little like hut, essentially, that they will pack full of leaves and twigs and live in there. So you'll see these little dimples all over the cave walls sometimes that kind of flicker with blue light every once in a while.
If we get our hands on some of these and we make it into a soup, though, people will think it's a delicacy, right?
There are a few people who have tried to eat these things in the past, but generally it's more of a pain in the ass to get your hands on these things than it is to get enough of them to make a meal out of. I mean, they're hummingbird sized.
It's a delicacy that you only eat with a towel over your head.
Well, no, it's
I was just about to say.
It's the.
Have you seen that?
Uh huh.
Nice.
Oh, let's say,
I was hoping someone would
It's like
get
a
that.
delicacy. It's like bird nest soup or whatever it is.
Are these more like creatures or animals?
They're animals that are as common as like regular hummingbirds are here.
Yeah.
In our world.
They have lightning.
Yeah, they are
But
just.
they're
Just
like, are they?
Trev, just think about the true life expectancy in this world. It's not high.
No, living to an old age is common but surprising.
Exactly.
I just wonder, like, if they're like, are they more like neutral, like hummingbirds are? Are they aggressive creatures?
No, they're not aggressive unless you fuck with them. Most of their damage comes from them just existing.
Damn, I felt that.
It is like a cat with zoomies, but
That with lightning.
Yeah.
It's the fucking if an electric eel had wings.
I want to try and feed one.
Right. They very, very few people have been able to catch them, and if they do catch them, they usually find out ways to befriend them.
I would love to befriend one.
They are a befriendable creature. In incredibly bougie centers of cities, you will find pet stores. Yeah, you will find pet stores and stuff that have these extremely expensive pets that range anything from like the prettier weaselpedes to the thessals.
I just had a terrible idea, but if we took one of their corpses to the wizard that made us our horses, do you think he could make us one?
Oh no,
Bro, do not kill one of these things, dude. These are beautiful creatures.
Yeah, don't mess with them unless they hit you first. Then you kind of gotta take care of them.
I'm sorry. I was just thinking about.
I do want to
get our own.
I do want to like hold some food out, like towards them to like see if they would like come to me.
You kind of hold food out, and you see these kind of glimmering copper plate shapes, pointy, sticking out of the holes. Sometimes it's two shapes per hole. Sometimes it's one. You can just see as you go by, they can almost probably smell whatever you have, but none of them leave their confines.
They're not stupid.
Okay, but we're still like in the carriage going down.
Yeah.
I kind of want to stand up and just put what I had in my hand like on the roof of the carriage. I'll just leave it there.
Yeah. You set it up there and kind of go back to
have my crossbow pointed up at it.
Yeah, right. I'd say after maybe 10-15 minutes, you hear this quiet buzzing. Make an animal handling check for me. I'll say because these creatures are so flighty, make it at disadvantage because they are little tiny birds.
Just had such a good roll.
Could be a good roll still.
It was 18.
Oh fuck yeah, 18. As you slowly peek over the top of the carriage, you see this dish with some like grains and seeds and whatnot in there. It's like trail mix, ye old trail mix. They are
ye old M&Ms in it.
Yeah, right. Little chocolate hunks. They definitely melt in your hand.
The bottom of the bag is.
It's like 5 or 6 of them have kind of fluttered down to the edge of this bowl, and their wings when they're out are like, you know how a hummingbird's wing is shaped. It's like a little fan when it's moving, except imagine all the feathers are little sharp lightsabers. Like the light is just and it's this blur, almost a triangular cone. It's a pyramid. It's a little pyramid of light that comes off of their body.
It's Pink Floyd, nice.
As they kind of land on them, on the bowl, and their wings kind of and then retract into their body. They kind of like peck at the stuff. One of them will turn back and then look back at the others and peep a couple times, and one of them will fly off and bring a couple of seeds with it to its respective little shelter. can tell that they're just happy to have easy to come by food for the moment. After another 5-10 minutes, it goes from 5 to 10 to 30.
Unsettling numbers.
And eventually, the entire top of the carriage is covered in these, like, metallic little hummingbirds that are covered in copper, like little
Peter,
copper
what'd you do?
insect plates.
What did you do, Peter?
This is amazing.
If
Well,
you're
no,
on
they-
the inside of the carriage, it
Looking
looks
up and
like,
seeing the shadow.
well, you look up and you expect to see a shadow, but what you see is like this kaleidoscope of hummingbird shapes and blue light that shines down into the carriage, kind of bathing the entire carriage in this soft pale blue light. It's very kind of diffuse. As you can tell when natural sunlight breaks through, because one of them will like fly away and it sends this strange kind of foggy beam of different color in through the blue. It's radiant. You kind of look up again, and as this time you're moving a little too quickly, and it spooks like half the top of them away as they explode off the top of the thing with immense speed, becoming this blue flicker that streaks back to the side of the mountain, causing this like crawling lightning to kind of jump across the rocks. Eventually they all kind of fly away as the food kind of leaves the bowl, and you look up and there's like only almonds left in the bowl, something too big for them to eat.
I would say, like, before they all left, I think I would have tried to pet, like, one I thought was maybe the most calm.
Okay. I'm going to say make
character.
another animal handling check. Again with disadvantage because you are trying to touch this thing.
That was on the... That would have to be with disadvantage!
What did you get?
8.
8?
My first one was an
dumbass,
18.
dumbass. Oh, God.
Sitting there at the edge, and you can't help but let the intrusive thoughts win. You reach out very, very slowly and as quietly as you can. You're kind of trying to channel the inside of that dome in your mind, as like, just be that quiet. And you reach out, and you kind of close your eyes, and you set your hand down, and you feel this cold metallic under your hand.
And then
Give me just a second. I have to roll for damage.
Worth
as,
it.
as this
Worth it.
small little bird sends...
Fucking like Pikachu
What is your
discharges into
AC?
you.
16.
16? Okay, that was a 15. So, as it stands, you
Yeah.
touch the creature, and boom, you get sent a like cattle prod's worth of electricity into your body, enough to make you seriously jump back, but not enough to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of flies away, and
It did fly away.
Yeah.
Well, figured that was gonna happen, but alright, that was fun.
If you killed it, we could have taken it back to the wizard and gotten you one for free.
Dude, I'm like an animal lover, dude. I'm not gonna like just kill some like peaceful
I'm
creature.
sorry, my inner
Well,
Oyel is coming out.
You just got to be careful because those things could have set our carriage on fire. So make sure that we keep those things away from anything flammable on board.
That's a fair point.
True, I didn't think about that, but I'm
Horse
sorry.
I
let
know
my
you
sit
didn't. It's
on there
okay.
Get over me. Also, this is like the worst wagon of all time. We can find another one for
What
not much
we
more.
should no,
We
I
got this
100
wagon.
I 100% agree. We need a better wagon because I don't got a lot of room in this thing. I'm kind of cramped. But also, we need better.
You know what type of wagon?
And I
we
want
need?
to
We need a
like
wagon
lower
like Alwick
voice.
and Tawny.
Horses. Like just try not to let the horses hear us. I think they're conspiring.
That's what we need. We need a carriage like Alwick and Toddy's.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty nice. I could stretch
That
my
would be
legs.
cool.
See, they got that
Oh.
they got that whole spatial thing going on the inside of it, where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the out. Very nice.
We could
As you-
attack them.
Fezzik, as you
No,
No, we would never
out-
attack them.
They
As
gave
you
you.
stretch out your hand like
Joking.
into the roof of the.
We gotta like
Do we
stretch
have-
out.
Do we have a
sideways.
sunroof? Like,
No,
just
it's
cut
not.
the whole-
It is.
I thought we were going to if it caught on fire. I thought it was gonna have a little hole in it up top.
That was a magical experience. Come on.
It's a magical experience for one of us.
Listen,
I've
I've
You
seen
guys
these
were-
creatures. I've seen these creatures all my life, and all I know is they're pesky little fuckers that will destroy your crops if they get near them. And so we gotta make sure to take care of them quick. And I kind of shake my head and sit down.
I like that.
I do
like
the
that.
same.
I like that Kintar in this whole situation is me every time a new James Cameron Avatar movie comes out. I'm like, guys, they're so fucking cool.
What a
love it.
fucking reference. What is the Avatar? Oh, blue people. I want to
No,
watch Dances with Wolves with blue people.
Right, yeah, exactly. I love those movies.
Hey, it's fair. That was one of my favorite things I've ever heard of somebody whenever they compared it to Dances with Wolves with blue people, and I was like, oh my god, it is Dances with Wolves with blue people.
Kintar, you do notice as you're as you go back to leading the cart down the road, you look back up at the walls, kind of hoping that more come down, and every single little bird shelter on the walls is now at attention.
Fuck.
Every single one of them. There must be hundreds of thousands of these things.
Dude, you just got us killed.
I think we're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah, they don't seem aggressive in any way, shape, or form. They
Yeah.
are all aware that
Hungry.
you gave them food, though.
Oh, fuck. They're like, god damn it, they're like stray cats.
You thought
They're
normal birds communicated quickly. Birds with lightning
So-
powers communicate instantaneously.
All those birds just went to their friends and they're like, bro, he just gave us free fucking food. You should check that out.
So I want to
No.
No, this is going to diffuse the situation, Fezzik. Okay, I'm going to get
Fezzik's in the back, look.
all of what we have that I saw them eat, so I won't have the almonds, but all of what we do have, I'll just start sprinkling along the road so they don't attack the carriage, because now they know it's all in the carriage. But if I just sprinkle it down the road, they won't get on the roof again.
How much of our food supply is he wasting on these birds right now?
I would say, I would imagine like a snack's worth.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
Come on,
I don't even like nuts, so it's okay.
Yeah, I
You
know.
guys
Come on,
have-
we're carnivores.
you guys
Carnivorous.
have like a month's worth
You are
of food.
definitely a carnivore.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Keentar's definitely fucking
I mean,
carnivore.
it seems smart idea, no? I mean, I would still kind of prefer to put them on the roof again.
Personally,
know
I
you might
say,
just like that.
I say, don't feed them because they're gonna keep coming back
That's what
anytime
I'm
we pass
saying.
by. We're gonna lose this carriage. We're
There
gonna
are
have to
a
get
bunch of
another
stray
one.
cats that see that we're giving them food. Now they're gonna want to follow us.
As you guys are having this conversation, it is almost a break in the conversation. This ear-shattering explosion of blue light and noise.
Behind
Just
us.
a lightning bolt, probably 40 feet behind you, strikes the ground as the ground is covered in red-hot little birds.
So obviously we're gonna get fucked over if we don't feed them now. I mean, our best bet is
Yeah,
we
Kintar.
gotta sleep in it.
Listen, I got an idea. How about you get out of the carriage, B starts driving, and you stand behind and take care of the birds while we go up to Denaspine Landing.
I'm not gonna kill any birds, dude.
You're not gonna
Honestly, I
kill them.
really
You're just not gonna let our carriage get destroyed.
Honestly, I really like that suggestion.
I'm gonna go with my plan.
I like the idea that you guys come into Denaspine Landing with just a horde of hyper-dangerous little birds.
That's not what I want at all. So we're not fucking letting them ride on the carriage. We're not sprinkling any more seeds behind us, and we're just gonna travel down the road and forget about them, Keentar.
Okay, fine. And then when we blow up, you'll see
not
that
gonna
was a
blow
bad
up.
idea. Did you want to see what happened just 40 feet down the road?
Who put the
Because you
seed
put-
back there?
You put the
It's
food out
what's
there.
done. What's done is done.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. I
so
moved them
stop
out of the front of
doing
the
it.
carriage and
I mean,
spray
well,
on the
dude,
horses,
guess
and
where
I'm
the
like,
food
go,
is
go, go.
now? The food now is in the carriage, and they know that's where it's at.
No, they don't,
All
'cause
I
you guys
say
are
is,
having
if you're
this
gonna interact
conversation.
with the wildlife of the creatures, just let us know what you're doing.
Dude, I'm not here for a life
Hey,
lesson.
hey, Kintar, you know whenever at zoos how it says don't feed the animals? This is why!
This isn't a zoo!
Yeah, it's the
As you guys
wildlife where these
continue
guys are
down
gonna
the
kill
road-
us. Sorry.
As you guys continue down the road, it seems as though there was enough there where, like, the more confident of these creatures struck the ground with significant force to be the ones that got whatever grain was sprinkled on the ground.
Early bird gets the worm.
Yeah, exactly. They seem pretty preoccupied with what they're doing there.
God.
They the ones that do follow you follow behind at a pretty decent pace, and they'll kind of buzz around for a moment and dash away, and then come back and buzz around for a little while, and then go away. It stops after a minute, but you imagine you're gonna have a hard time getting out of here unnoticed if you go the same direction.
Thank you, Kintar.
I mean, nothing's bad happened yet. I kind of
Yeah.
enjoy being
Yeah,
there,
that's the
having
key
them
word
fly
right there.
around.
No, they don't seem aggressive or angry in any way. They just seem curious.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that's something that like Kintar has, dealt with like his whole life. So I think he's kind of happy to be doing something that feels, familiar to him, regardless of what the other two people in the carriage.
Yeah, I've
they
been
feel
dealing
about
with
it.
these bugs my whole life, and we kill them every time they get near our crops. What's the difference?
Well, they're also a danger to your crops. If they all fly by and your crops are in the way, then your crops burn down.
Yeah, see,
Uh,
I'm not a farmer. I don't have
entire
crops to worry
harvest
about.
just gone.
Yeah, that's what this whole fucking area is, a farmland, rural area. You're gonna get us kicked out of Denaspine if you bring all these bugs here. Just gotta be careful.
Listen, it's his culture, it's his people. Let's just go with what he says. All right, Kintar?
You don't even gotta follow the culture, just don't bring the bugs. They will
You know,
fuck you up.
You could have told me this before I started doing what I was doing.
I honestly didn't
mean,
think you were gonna try to cultivate millions of insects.
I mean, it was a pretty slow process. You could have but you never said anything like in the negative about it until after it was done.
Listen,
so
I didn't know anything was going on. I didn't know anything was going on until I looked up and saw the fantasy nightlife.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck I
huge-
was looking at up top.
Yeah, the bright blue glowing birds. They're really easy to miss. Yeah.
Yeah, and I let you know that, hey, we probably should not let them be on the fucking carriage. I let you know as soon as I saw. Just make better
Noted.
decisions is all I
As
suggest.
you guys are
It took
kind of-
note.
you guys are bickering
He's
back
just
and
like
forth.
this in the back of the carriage,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Is
Your
this
carriage kind of
familiar?
bumps down the road, and I would say, like, what you guys don't see and what an audience would see is that, like, the camera pans way out, and it's just like mountains as far as the eye can see, and just like faint echoed bickering down in the canyon below.
That's a bird flying around.
Yeah, right. Actually, at this point, they're pretty much all, disbanded. Very rarely will you see one kind of fly past, but you imagine it's a stray one that's on its way back or flying around to catch prey or whatever. You guys travel for the better part of 4 or 5 more hours through rough terrain, loose rocks, tight, kind of like canyon-hugging inclines. The path to Denaspine Landing is treacherous because it's well-worn. There is a certain point where, for a moment, you're a little worried about the carriage going over the edge. But Fezzik, you would know that just got to keep pushing on. Don't look down. Just keep going.
Maybe if it happens.
It's like seeing those truck drivers in India that are like along the mountainside, and it's like the truck, 2 inches of dirt, and a sheer cliff down like hundreds of feet.
If you've ever watched Top Gear and you've seen them do that shit over in India, and they're like they're on the outside and there's some asshole on the inside, and they're like, I'm still gonna go, and you're just like, what's happening?
Moon Knight episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Oh no.
It's slow going. After you guys get to
we
more
meet
kind
another
of...
carriage and we're yelling at them, "You go around! You go around!"
It's like episode 3 of Samurai Jack with the Scotsman.
Oh my god.
You continue on, and it is quiet but not silent. You guys would know the difference pretty well by now.
Yeah.
You start hearing more noise after another 2 or 3 hours. And it's low, percussive. You can kind of feel it in your chest more than hear it. You would know, Fezzik, that this is the start of the celebration. You guys are getting close. Denaspine Landing is just over the ridge. Is there any way you would like to prepare before you enter Denaspine Landing for the first time?
I look over at Fezzik. I'm like, Fezzik, if you want to make a show going in there, I have no problem if we want to make a big entrance for you.
Well, of course. I was actually thinking about playing a little bit of a prank. You two up front,
Right.
no one would imagine, they'd think they're just outsiders trying to get in, and they may try to give you a rough time. But then I could come in and, have a little fun with them.
Oh, I was gonna play like a tune, and I thought we would play like music as we went into town. But okay, that's.
Well, we could do that. Just start playing a tune, and then as soon as if they start giving you a little trouble, start playing a tune, and I'll make my entrance.
Alrighty, I'm just gonna pull out my mandola, and I'm just gonna start playing a little bit of a tune.
Gravy in the background.
Yeah, just snoring. I'm even gonna make a performance check to see how good it is.
Sounds good to me.
That's actually a 19 plus 3. That's a 22. I'm fucking rocking it right
Damn,
now.
yeah. He is playing
moved to
some
tears.
beautiful, elegant, like, there's a band called Nickel Creek that's just like gorgeous Celtic,
Ooh,
like
I love
folky music. It's eloquent and beautiful, and the notes kind of rise and dip in a way that tells a sad story without any lyrics. First, it gives this feeling of something found, something bright, and then dips into a wary, kind of unsure melody that ends in this dulcet, quiet lament. And as he kind of finishes playing out, you guys are at the gates. These huge bone structures that kind of stand up tall with these massive kind of sheets of stone. On the very front of these sheets of stone, you see the same symbol that was on the outside of Flokastroza when it locked behind you.
I like to imagine like B is probably sitting like up on the canvas part of the carriage now, since that's where he would have been playing. And I like as we roll up and see that, I would have just been like, "Son of a bitch."
Well, we're here.
Yep. As you walk up, there are two very, very large individuals standing at other side of the door. One of them is kind of like leaned up against it, and he's been watching you coming for like a while now, well before you saw him.
Are they like Fezzik and Rage Mode? Like they're both standing like 15 feet tall?
They're bigger than that.
Okay, shit.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. These are like 30 feet tall.
Holy shit! Okay, fuck. Don't piss them off.
Told you to use your words wisely.
As you roll up to the gate, you see the one who's crossing his arms, kind of leaning up against the huge bone pillar that stands between the door and the mountainside.
Shit out my tune.
The other one on the other side is kind of picking his teeth with what seems to be an entire tree branch. Just kind of getting in there. Hasn't quite noticed you yet until the other guy goes, "Hey, He goes, stands up, kind of pulls himself off the ground. The force of him coming off the ground pulls rocks up that you just couldn't believe. The hands that come, the rocks that come off of the impressions in his hand,
Boulders.
just like crash to the ground. The first one who was leaning up against the kind of door frame says in this deep, bellowing language, "Gas Nurognovar." You, Fezzik, would know this as, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
I'm just like playing my song, and I'm just like, I'm here for the festival.
he lets out this massive laugh that kind of pops the air above him.
Fucking ears go deaf. Like,
Yeah, it's this cacophonous, like, of sound that leaves his lungs. He says, "You, for the talent show here, you're gonna get squashed like a bug."
did you not enjoy my song as we drove up?
Oh, it was lovely for, bug.
Oh, damn, that's mean.
As soon
Reminded
as
me of the cicada things out,
I just kind of start patting the carriage a little bit, disheartened.
as soon as I kind of hear that convo, I
God
want to
damn, B's not used to this kind of fucking confrontation.
just from the carriage, I want to cry out, "Hey, take that tree branch you were picking your teeth with and stick it up your ass. I'm back, baby." And I want to kind of pop out of the carriage and pop around to the side. "What's up, you dirty sons of bitches?"
make a performance.
It's gotta be good.
Just falls out the carriage.
Yeah, 13 plus 5, so 18.
13 plus 5. Okay, damn. 18. As your muffled voice comes out of the carriage, the looks on their faces shifts from absolute determination to squish you into the mountainside to no fucking way.
That's right, fucking way, and start playing the drums
as
a
your
little bit.
foot slaps out into the daylight, or the kind of twilight that's about you now. Your drum playing and your kind of show of showmanship, your bardly nature, explodes out of the carriage with this bright orange light that twists off in very painterly ways and slams into the sides of the kind of the mountainside that kind of crawl up and into the air. You can hear them both go at the same time. They're like, "What have you been doing, little buddy?" And it's a huge hand just through the air to go and pat you on the head. As it kind of connects with your skull, it is the softest, lightest touch.
I'm not just a little buddy no more. You can start calling us champs, buddy. And then kind of give a little bit of a. Is it cool if I could have grabbed the ring off of her staff?
Yeah. You just kind of like.
You just hold up fucking
Gravy, yeah.
with the bell and you shake her around.
It's like strapped to her back, and you just hold her up, and they're like,
"Oh, not the girl. Look at this!" And I take the ring off the staff and became champions of Lerwick.
And it like takes up. He's like, "Oh, grain of sand. Wait, you said Lerwick?"
Oh, Lerwick. Yeah, that's right.
You see the one who's leaning up against the wall, who you would name as, or you would know as Georg. It says, "This little grain of sand came from Lerwick," and he kind of drops it back into your hand. His aim on dropping something into your hand is way off, so you have to like, whoa.
Yeah, trying to catch it.
He looks over to the other one. He says, "You're the champions of that place, are you?"
"Oh yeah, got our own house and everything. Got my own place now."
I just give a little strum.
He says, he Georg slaps the other one, whose name is Brim, in the chest, and he says, "They did get the house. You have fun with that, buddy." And he kind of turns around and kicks the door open and goes, "Everybody, the little guy's here. Excuse me, the champion little guy's here." And you just see this huge group of people that are a little shorter than these guys. Some are Fezzik size. Some are bigger than these guys. Just like thunderous applause. Just literally thunderous applause. Kind of erupts as you guys make your way into town. Nobody has even recognized that you two exist.
Kinda figured,
Everybody
yeah.
just
Nobody gives a fuck about my song.
you're just like like
I'm just like, I had a name for it and everything. Just keep walking.
Oh, that's the worst. I hate when that happens. But yeah, you as you get further and further in, Georg says, "Wait until your mom and dad see you. They're gonna be happy. Probably pretty proud. You look like you've got some wear and tear on you from the last time we saw you."
Not too much wear and tear, but I like to say adventuring experience. If you catch my drift, big guy.
"Yep, I think I get you." And he rubs his huge hand over his bald head and just like slicks off an ungodly amount of sweat.
You're just as disgusting as I last saw you. Good to see you. Kind of give him a little punch in the leg as I kind of walk towards, the bigger crowd.
he kind of chuckles as he like over exaggerates your punch a little bit just to kind of like sell it showmanship style. And he says, "If you only even knew the half of it." As he kind of takes you guys into your into the thing, he says, "Where do you want me to put your
Horses?
things?" Yeah, that.
Yeah, if you want to move it over to the family farm, we'll be over there pretty soon. First, I'm gonna, say hi to everyone and let them know how fucking cool I am. We are, sorry, I'm just kind of used to this whole thing. But yeah, we'll be over at Ma and Pa's tonight. Hopefully, get an ounce of shut-eye in a nice place for once.
So I do have a little sketch of what Denaspine Landing looks like.
Ooh.
Let me send that to the group text.
Ghost wants
Think
to
of
see.
these roads.
They are easy 40 feet across. Very large roads. They have to compensate for massive people.
The houses, are they
I'm
like
just
40
picturing
feet
fucking
tall
Anne
stories?
Orlando.
They are like 40-foot tall
Yep.
snail shells.
Trev, did you never play Dark Souls 1? Just picture Anne Orlando.
Yeah, but snails.
No.
Yeah. Like, it's just like
Okay.
different, yeah.
All of the houses are these round, kind of big, soft, coiled shapes that are anywhere from like rustic browns and grays that match the rocky texture to more colorful, painterly looking things. And it's at this point you realize that the snails aren't just the houses. You see that carriages are pulled by these huge snails that are, instead of slimy, they look fuzzy on the underneath, like a big mop with a shell. As you guys kind of stroll through town, you take a road that has more just sheer cliff on each side, but it looks out over the land that you guys have just traversed over. And you didn't realize it until now, but you stand so high up that you can just barely see Lerwick Lake.
Whoa.
That's cool. Tell him, Ghost.
Don't encourage him.
Do it, Ghost.
Do it. It's just stunning. The stars overhead are plentiful and bright. The light pollution here is minimal. Torches kind of start up with this It's like the level up sound in Skyrim. Just kind of like happens at the vicinity of the torch and lights the fire. And it happens as you guys kind of walk down the street. You can tell that they want the fires to exist around you so you can see where you're going, but they want them to go back out again after you've passed by. You would know why, Fezzik. There's an event that happens later in the evening that requires darkness. You haven't gotten to participate in this yet because it's a bit of a rite of passage, and being half giant, they have kind of
Held off on me.
held on, yeah.
Well,
They-
B and Kintar are gonna participate, so let's fucking bring it.
Oh my god, that would be fucking rich. You and Kintar get to participate, and he's still unable to do this thing.
We need a really big trench coat, guys. I have an
Oh my
idea.
god, yes, that's exactly what we need.
Oh my god.
We'll go-
Three
we'll go
idiots in a
biggest
trench
to
coat.
tallest. Okay, so it's gonna be like basically it's gonna go Fezzik and then B and
No,
then
but-
Kintar will be on my shoulders and then we'll make the giant.
Fezzik has to be on top though, because it's like he's the one they know.
Get your
So, like-
shoulders ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
Okay, never mind. So Fezzik will be on both of our shoulders.
There you
Yeah.
go. I'm just wide at the base, like Squidward
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
ate all the Krabby Patties. It's like
Ooh.
You guys make it out into a stretch of beautiful farmland. Some of the buildings cling to the sides of the cliff. Being snails, they have an adherence to the walls. On the sides of these snails that are kind of clinging onto the sides of the walls, there are gardens on the sides of the snails that are just kind of feeding off of the ambient light that is around. And as you continue on, you can see other, kind of herds of multicolored creatures and just people working in the fields. You get up to a specific cottage, one of these snail dome huts, which now look more like the elder snails hollowed out after they'd passed on, being used as shelter to continue their purpose after their death. Keeping their people safe.
Fucking ghost right behind.
at this point, are we able to see the Colosseum off in the distance?
Oh yeah.
As soon as we're
in the
kind of
middle of the-
able to see it, I wanted to kind of point out and say, "Hey guys, look, that's the pride. What is it? The prize place of this Denaspine Landing. It's the old Thunderdome." And kind of point off to let them see like what it is.
You look off to where he's pointing, and there's this. It's like the Colosseum in Rome, but the walls are a little lower, maybe half as tall. And in the center of this Colosseum is a huge tree that sprawls up and out and covers the entire area in shade. It's preceded by buildings and more farmland, and you can see like a cultural center where there's lots of statues, and you can just hear music bustling from that area as loud as can be. The Colosseum is lit. It is actually the only place in town that is continually lit as the night goes on. You can see the colors shift on the inside to like a bright warm orange to like a murky green to a blue to a purple, very slowly, all soft lights. As you continue on, you smell Fezzik. You smell something you haven't in a long time. Mom's cooking. As you approach your home that you have not seen in forever, you hear kind of muffled humming, coming from the inside. It's kind of like pots and pan clatter. For the most part, that's all you hear, other than the ambient nature and music around you.
I kind of imagine like standing up at the front door, and I turn back to being Kintar, and gonna get to meet the folks, see kind of where I came from. Please ask you guys. I'd suggest eating everything off your plate. Mama doesn't like waste. But other than that, though, I hope you enjoy. And I imagine kind of reaching for the door would be kind of the end of it to start up for, just for time-wise. Start up for the next session.
I'll say, as you
open the door, you just hear, "We're getting a divorce! I hate you!" I'm sorry.
I'm looking for...
Oh, God.
Oh, shit, I'm sorry. That was just like...
Fezzik's just like, what?
Fezzik just starts crying right at the doorway.
Is it because I left?
I want to leave. I don't want to go back in there now.
Let me see here. You hear from the outside, "Archie, love, can you please hand me that over there? I don't want to have to bend down that low." And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Ooh, I hope she does.
That's my mama, back off.
Oh my god. Kintar's trying to fuck your mom.
Oh. Kintar's gonna get his ass beat. He's gonna be fed to those bugs.
Fucking interfering in this shit. You can kill fucking Kintar if he tries to fuck your mom. I'm not protecting
I will
him.
throw him off the mountainside
That
to where the bugs are.
Sin if Bro tries to do that.
Dude,
Like,
I would be
literally-
worried about Mr. Fezzik if I did that.
Oh, bro.
You should
Oh, wait,
be.
well, no, he sees the human, actually, so
Yeah,
I
you're gonna,
would.
like,
He is
have
the
sex
human.
with his mom, and then I'm just gonna see you both in the Thunderdome as fucking Fezzik's cracking his knuckles.
Alright, let's do it. I just rage to get super fucking
It's like a fence post, just
Just
right into
Fezzik
the
looking
ground.
at you like, "I'm not calling you dad."